Shabbat Shalom, family. It's me, Anna Malave, and welcome to Moving on Faith. So it's been a little while since I've posted anything. I just really wanted to quickly share a message with you. I know that Christmas is coming up this week, and I know this is a huge deal for most people. And I know that you've seen some things that I've posted lately that can be almost offending. It could be convicting. It could be many things. But I wanted to speak on why I don't celebrate Christmas, and also just share some tidbits and thoughts about my experience along the way and my testimony in regards to withdrawing from participating in that holiday. So, first things first. The reason why I don't celebrate Christmas anymore, because I did for many years. I mean, if you know me, Christmas was one of my favorite holidays, as it is for most people. I'm just filled with like great memories of, family and friends of childhood and all that stuff. But I stopped celebrating Christmas because I learned that it was non-biblical. So there is nothing in the Bible that distinguishes a precedence of number one, celebrating birthdays, celebrating the Messiah's birthday. The Messiah himself does not indicate that we should celebrate his birthday. And also, all of the evidence kind of pointing toward the Messiah's birthday doesn't point towards December 25th. Actually, it points more towards the fall. This type of evidence, there are brothers out there who are preparing a lesson and breakdown of the true birthday of the Messiah. That aside, there's nothing in the scriptures where we are commanded to, or told to, or instructed to, or advised to, or counseled to keep the Messiah's birthday or celebrate the Messiah's birthday. And I understand that it's more of a I want to say like a labor of love. Like you want to do it, you want to celebrate the Messiah's birthday because you love him so much. I understand that 100%, except for the day that you're celebrating, the day that the general world, the secular world is celebrating Christmas. It actually aligns with the pagan holidays. And if you actually go and do research, which I encourage everyone to do, this was all established. Christmas and all of these religious holidays were all established during pagan holidays in order to combine the people in the pagan religions and pagan cultures with quote-unquote Christianity. And that was the beginning, right? So do your research. This is not hidden knowledge. This is public information. All you have to do is search it out and you can find it. But it's important to know this because it's important to know what you are celebrating, what you are believing to be true. Just because you believe something to be true doesn't make it true. Just like a man can believe he's a woman, but that doesn't mean he's a woman. So you can believe you're celebrating the Messiah's birthday, but that doesn't actually mean that you are celebrating the Messiah's birthday. So we have to deal with truth, right? Not with the desires of our heart. And we cannot, we all know this, we cannot lean on our own understanding, especially when it comes to our spiritual walk. Probably nothing in our life is more important than aligning our spiritual walk with the word in its entirety, right? And agreeing with the word, even if it offends us, even if it goes contrary to what we think, what we want to believe, based on our culture, based on our circumstances, based on our trauma, based on our experiences, because all those things have the capability of skewing our better judgment and the more practical and logical understanding of the scriptures than because we're looking at it through like rose-tinted glasses or through trauma or through experience. We can't do that. We can't take our own experiences and our own trauma and now project them onto the scriptures. That's not how this works. Yah is Yah no matter what. His word is what it is no matter what. And so we have to remove ourselves from it personally and really just read it for what it is and glean from it for what it is. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it convicts you, if the truth of the matter convicts you or makes you feel uncomfortable, lean all the way into that. I encourage you to lean all the way into that, because what that is that's the Holy Spirit telling you, okay, what you're doing is wrong. Does it suck to be told that what you're doing is wrong? 100%. But it is the wise person who receives correction and learns from it. And it is the fool who turns away from correction and continues to follow in his foolishness. Okay? We don't want to be that person. We want to be the wise person, right? So a wise person is going to take that correction and now apply it to their life. Is it easy? No, it is so hard. It is extremely hard, especially when it comes to these secular holidays. It is, mind you, when they talk about like certain holidays, it's generally labeled as a secular holiday. Well, why isn't it labeled as a biblical holiday? It's not labeled as a biblical holiday because it's not biblical. It's secular. So if you're unfamiliar with that terminology, Google it. Educate yourself. Take every opportunity to gain some knowledge and wisdom and understanding. It will do you good. But like I was saying, it's extremely hard. So for me, my personal testimony with this, I loved Christmas. I was that person who, when B101 started playing the Christmas music, Christmas carols right after Thanksgiving, I was the one who played the Christmas carols like all day, every day leading up to Christmas. I heard this song 1,000 times and loved it, every single bit of it, right? Loved everything about Christmas. So for me to stop celebrating Christmas, man, that was such a hard thing. It really was so hard. And it made me so sad. I was so sad for like the first 2 years of not celebrating Christmas because it really was something that I truly loved. But once I continue to just remind myself that unfortunately, while I might love Christmas, it does not please the Father. It does not please God for me to celebrate something that He did not tell me to celebrate something that He did not give me. Okay, to celebrate something that is not of Him. That does not make Him happy. And so while it made me happy, it wasn't making Him happy. But as a good servant, the servant is always looking how they can please the master, not how the master can please them. And so being reflective on that and considering myself to be a servant of Yah, I had to now take accountability on that matter and say, you know what? It pleases me to keep Christmas, but it doesn't please my master. But I, as a servant, want to please my master. I, as a servant, want to honor my master, my king who has laid his life down for me. I want to honor him more than I want to please myself and indulge in something that he did not give me. Excuse me. So, as I continue to remind myself of that fact, and began removing myself from keeping Christmas, keeping Easter, more specifically, we're talking about Christmas. But as I began to remove myself from holding the secular holiday, it was very tough at first. It was hurtful to me because I wanted to be with family and I wanted to be with friends, and I couldn't do those things. I did not want to. It's like a drug addict, right? When you're breaking away from that drug, the last thing you need to do is kind of go back into that environment where you're now getting all those dopamine hits and you're just like, I just need more. So for me, I had to completely remove myself. For most of us who have gone down this route, you have to completely remove yourself from the entire institution. And it's very tough because now you have family members who think that you've turned your back on them. You have family members who now feel judged. You have family members who now feel hurt that you're not there. And so there's a great deal of just turmoil that kind of goes with removing yourself from the secular holidays. And really what it is, the big picture is that you are now removing yourself from the world. Now remember, Christ himself says, if you were of the world would love you because they love their own. But if you're of me, the world's going to hate you. But just remember that it hated me first. So, and I'm paraphrasing obviously, but when you are keeping these secular holidays, everybody loves you. Everybody's like, yeah, this is wonderful, Merry Christmas, this, that, and the third. And there's no problem. The minute you begin to remove yourself from the secular holidays, you'll notice that there's a completely different vibe that now happens. And people begin to treat you significantly different, right? So that is an example of exactly what Christ said. If you were of the world would love you. If you were of the world, you would do the things of the world, right? You would partake in these secular holidays. You would eat the things that they eat, dress the way that they dress, speak the way that they speak, partake in the activities that they partake in. So these types of things, these are examples of being of the world. But remember, we're not supposed to be of the world. And so a lot of times that requires us to make a sacrifice. I'm not saying go kill some lambs. What I'm saying is personal sacrifice, removing yourself from a certain event or a certain occasion or holiday, right? This is a sacrifice that you're making because you're afflicting yourself. Right? It's hurting you. It's going to hurt you, okay? And it's going to hurt others. Not like in the sense that like you're physically hurting them, but in the sense that you're hurting their feelings and your feelings are being hurt as well. It's a twofold thing. It sucks. But it is so necessary in order to align yourself with the Creator and the Father and His will for your life. And that is a true indication of you choosing to be a servant of Yah rather than being a servant of the world. See, when you are a servant of the world is going to allow you to indulge in anything that you desire, anything that you want, anything that pleases you. But when you are a servant for Yah, you have to find indulgence in the things that He gives you, not in the things that you want or desire. And it's two different worlds. But you have to choose which world you want to be a part of. And everyone has that choice. And it's a choice we all have to make. And like my mother always says, no one's going to stand next to you the day that you have to stand before Christ and be judged for the things that you have done and haven't done according to knowledge, right? So if you're choosing to do something or not do something now, just know you're the only one who's going to have to bear that weight of that the judgment, because there will be judgment. That's why it's called Judgment Day. For everyone who likes to say, well, God isn't a legalistic God. Yes, kind of is, because He talks about the judgment, which Christ is the judge. He gives you the law. So yeah, it's pretty legalistic. But anyway, aside from that, during this time, I understand that it can be very difficult to begin this process of separating yourself from these secular holidays like Christmas. I ask you though, if you even feel convicted just a little bit, take the opportunity to do research, educate yourself, okay? Knowledge is power. And so educate yourself, know better so that you can do better, okay? Do better for yourself, for your spirit, for your walk, for your relationship with the Father. If you are desiring to have a relationship with Him, do what pleases Him. Separate yourself from the world, separate yourself from doing what pleases yourself, and really give it all to Him. Give everything you have, and that means making sacrifice. That means removing yourself from certain places, people, or things, and you have to be okay with that if you're really choosing to align yourself with Him and to serve Him and to be His servant. Because like the scriptures say, many are called, but few are chosen. So that He's letting you know right now, I'm gonna call many to this marriage supper of the Lamb. But only a few are going to be chosen. And why is it that only a few are going to be chosen? Because only a few are going to truly choose Him. Let that sink in. I hope you guys take this time to reflect. This is not a video of condemnation. This is not a video of judgment, but rather this is a video of encouragement. I encourage you to educate yourself. I encourage you to do research on Christmas. I encourage you to be honest with yourself. I encourage you to really align yourself with the Bible, not with society, not with what the world tells you is okay or isn't okay. Align yourself with truth. Research and determine what is true according to the Word, not what is true according to your own understanding or according to your own biases, okay? This is important. Your walk is important. Your spiritual walk is important. Your life is important, and Moses instructed, listen, today I present before you life and death. Choose life. Choose life. And what he's saying is choose Yah. Choose Yah, choose Christ, choose his way, okay, and not the way of the world. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And again, I hope I really presented this message in love, because I know that's a really big thing, to be able to relay these messages in love and in kindness and in gentleness and in meekness. And I hope that I was able to do that today. I don't want anyone feeling like crappy after this video, but I do encourage you to just take a look at yourself and take a look at your walk, and hopefully you know, the Holy Spirit will guide you and lead you as to what it wants you to do. All right, have a good day.